Hi, do you think the best time to move is to wait till home prices drop? Well, do you realize that it may actually cost you more? Let's talk about that because you know what? I've had a lot of people ask me that question. Cindy, so what that rates have gone up a little bit, but really, I'm going to wait till that house drops, X amount of percent. And I'm like, really? Do you think it's going to make a difference? Well, let's talk about and show you kind of the market data of what's going on so we can help you understand is really that the best interest in yourself to do that. So, here we are. We're in the month of July for the market update of Johnson County. And as you can see, our home sales are down a little bit. It's about 17% from a year ago. But that's understandable because, a year ago, interest rates were 2.5% and 3%. They were even 2.5% and 3% back in January. But look at this. Average price has still increased almost 14%. Now, does that answer part of that question? Is should you wait when homes have gone up almost 14% in almost a year already? Interesting thought, possibly. So let's go on. So, yes, our days on market have dropped a little from a year ago because this is all of Johnson County. It is not just Shawnee Mission or Blue Valley or Olathe. This is everywhere in the area. But also, yes, our days on our inventory supply was 1.2 last year, and now we're sitting at 1.3 months of inventory, meaning we don't have hardly anything on the market to see right now. So keep that in mind because if home prices are still escalating at that 14%, what does that mean for you? I had these people ask me several times over the last couple of weeks. I've had calls from saying, hey, should we wait? Well, look at this. We're looking at a home that was at 426,000 a year ago, and today it's at 490. Do you think that's really the right thing to do? It's kind of interesting because many people say to me, oh, I'll wait, they'll come down. But let's look at this. The Fed said just a couple weeks ago, well, actually just a couple days ago, they said interest rates will continue to rise until inflation is under control. Oops. So we've gone from 2 7/8 back in January to 5.5 today in general, depending on loan program, depending on credit scores. We know all those things, right? So what effect has that had on us with home prices continuing to uptick? So if they're going to continue to raise their interest rates and they're going to meet again at the end of September, and what do you think they're going to end up doing? You're right. They are. They're going to increase interest rates. So let's look at this as your purchasing power and just think about this as you're doing it. If you're looking at the same home, it doesn't matter if it's 540 or 460, because people tell me, that $500,000 home is going to drop to 480 or 460. Well, okay, if that's the case and you think that could happen, and interest rates were at 5% on that home loan, you were paying $2,600 a month for your principal and interest, not including taxes, insurance, and PMI. But look at this. If it raises up to 5.5, which is about where we are today, that principal and interest goes up almost $200. It goes up to $2,839. So then we say, okay, the Fed's raised the rate again. What happens to us? At 6%, it goes to $2,998, basically $3,000 a month. Or if it goes up just a little bit to 6.25, a quarter of a percent, look at that, it goes up almost another $80. So it goes up to just under 3,100. So that same house at 500,000, if price had never changed, okay, it's costing us from the 2,684 to almost $3,100 per month. That's almost $500 extra a month to own that same home. So then you say to me, Sin, but what if it drops? Okay, if it drops and interest rates are higher at 6%, we would have paid at 5.5, $2,800, right, per month. but now they go to, let's just say they go to 6 or 6.25, they go up another $125. So do you really save money by waiting for that home to drop and hoping? Well, you say, oh, I can always refinance. Well, you're right. You could always refinance if rates do drop again, but it's going to cost you again to do that home mortgage all over again. So why wait? So really, now is the time to take advantage of these lower interest rates of the 5.5, 5.75 interest rates versus when they get up into the sixes. So my contention is it does cost you more, and realize that and understand that. So keep that in mind. If you've missed the best rates, it's okay. It's kind of like planting a tree. When's the best time to plant it? Yesterday, but now is the time. So take advantage of that. So if you like some of this information I'm showing you, ring the bell, like it, subscribe. Let me know so that you can kind of see more of this type of information I'll be bringing to you every month. The forecast that we have seen from lots of different sources, we've got Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and NAR and CoreLogic, all that. You can still see they all still think rates are going to continue to increase in our prices. So if that's the case, we saw 14% from last year. So they're kind of thinking it's going to be anywhere between 8 and 10% for the year of 2022. So think about that. Is today really the time to hold off and not do it? No, now's the time. Many of the experts are telling us the market's not going to crash because, one, we don't have an overabundant amount of homes in the market. As you saw, we only have 1.3 months of inventory. That is not a lot. Most people don't realize that a balanced market is normally when we have about 4 or 5 months of inventory. Wow. All of a sudden you go, oh my goodness. So homes are selling. You bet. In January, they were selling where we had the house on the market for 4 or 5 hours and we had 10, 15, 20 contracts, right? Anywhere from 50 to 100,000 over. Memorial Day, that changed. So now we're looking at, okay, a home is on the market maybe 3 or 4 days. It's not getting $50,000 more, depending on location, depending on updates, all those things that go into it. But they're still getting over full price. Maybe it's only 10 or 15,000, over. And so you still are going to be competing, but maybe not at the same level as we were earlier this year. Yes, lending standards are a little bit tighter today than they were a year or 2 years ago, or even when they were compared to 2008. It's so much different. Now we have to document everything, which is really a good thing, okay? And then there's lots of things why people buy homes. We all need a place to throw our hat every night, right? So why not make it part of our own lifestyle? So I don't think you're going to find the market crashing. Going to the experts, it's not. But if you like this, reach out to me, have questions, email, text me, call me. I'm here. I'm going to have this on my website, of course, as I always do. So I look forward to talking to you again. If you have any questions, contact me. And again, if you like this video, like it, ring the bell, subscribe, so that you can get more updates. Terrific. Until next month, have a great day.